Hi, Brooklyn Tri, and welcome to the virtual version of our Thursday morning bricks. I'm Coach John Stewart. I've coached with the club since it started in 2004, and that's also the point when I became a coach full-time. I love coaching. It's by far the best thing I've ever done, which is why it's outlasted electrical engineering and a few other professions I've dipped my toes into. My favorite thing about sports and about working with all of you is how positive it all is. I feel better every day I'm at the brick workouts with you. So I hope all of you are well and keeping your spirits high. Coach Peter has a great list of safety considerations, and I won't try to improve on it. So please take a look and stay safe. And brick workouts are what we're up to today, so let's get to it. You're watching 1980s Elites. Who remembers these top two bike pumps before CO2 cartridges existed? Where's the mount-dismount line? What are we trying to do with brick workouts, a swim to bike or a bike to run practice session? We're trying to groove these and make them as fast as possible. We've come a long way since we were putting on shirts in transition, trying to put our bike shoes on while we're standing still. It is fascinating to watch what was happening only 30 years ago. And then there are the local races throughout time that are not the blue carpet of the Olympics. But if you think about what your race is giving you, there's always a better way. This racer is carrying his shoes to the run exit. Why? Because there's a massive puddle that he scoped out and doesn't want his shoes soaked. How many others figured this out? How many ran with wet feet? What else? Pacing. How hard can you push the bike and still run your best? How do you know where to start? How fast are you running out of transition and why? What are your optimal cadences? How's your bike and run technique? This season, you will attempt to master transitions and make them a strength in every triathlon you do from this point forward. Here's the view from 20,000 feet, and there may be some changes depending on how we introduce performance testing. But my intent is that when Coach Peter introduces bike testing in week 3, that we jump right in and do it. And that goes for week 4 when Coach John Hirsch addresses run testing, unless he includes it in his workout. So be flexible. For our first session, we're focused on the bike to run transition. It's technical and takes a lot of practice. If you have smooth surfaces for your race, you should be able to mount your bike and get into your shoes and get out of your shoes on the bike and run to the rack in bare or socked feet. It makes a big difference. Thanks so much to my lovely wife Maureen for being our subject in this week's video. This is also what I want you to set up and do at home if you have a trainer. But you can also practice while leaning against the door jamb as I did when I started almost 30 years ago. You need to be able to do this while looking ahead, so it takes a number of tries to discern how you have to position your feet to slip them in most easily. If you are doing this at the park, the 15th Street entrance is a good option. Just keep your eyes forward and make sure you're clear of pedestrians or other cyclists. If you want to have this advantage, you need proper shoes. You need a loop at the back and front straps that leave your shoes open and easy to enter. After that, you can pay $100 to $500 for shoes of varying quality. I'm including some links in the write-up so you can look around. The setup of a rubber band to hold your shoes in place is the easy part. You'll see from the following video that it's less than 20 seconds and no heart rate distress. Given all this, your first workout, the one on your screen, is a simple evaluation effort. I say simple, but most people don't document what they do this closely, so it will take some focus on your part. Keep a training log. The equipment you need are a watch with a timer and chronograph functions, just your basic Timex Ironman. You need a bike, bike shoes, helmet, running shoes. If you don't have one or more of these items, plan on picking them up. The bike's a 10 to 15 minute easy ride on the road or trainer. I recommend a trainer if you have one, unless you're fairly advanced with respect to getting in and out of your shoes. For transition, time things as requested and make notes at the end. The run is about pacing even though it's easy. In the end, you want to be able to run race pace or below out of transition, not above pace, not even a little, without your GPS, and have a lot of practice at this. Will you train mostly with your smartwatch? Yes. You'll just leave it alone sometimes during your bricks, and maybe it can become your backup versus your primary pacing tool as your internals get dialed in. Take on making your transitions the best. If you focus on this part of your race, the free speed as they call it, your triathlons will be much better overall. Thanks.